Good morning, everyone. Dr. Victoria Skirbo here, speaking to you from the Seeds Transformation Healing Center in Wareham, Massachusetts. Here with Charlie as he's having a little breakfast, a little salad before breakfast. Today is Friday, April 21st, and the moon is in Taurus. Yes, the moon, the sun, Mercury, Taurus, Uramus, Taurus. We did make an early morning conjunction to Mercury, and we're going to be making a conjunction of the moon to Uranus very shortly. The big story today is Mercury. Mercury goes retrograde, actually went retrograde. It went retrograde at about 4:25 in the morning here on the east coast of the U.S., so we wake up with a Mercury retrograde. This Mercury retrograde is in the sign of Taurus. And so things around, the themes around Taurus can be a little bit slower than usual, which is interesting because Taurus isn't really in a rush to start with. So this is when and everybody's like, no, Mercury's retrograde, no. We've been going 1,000 miles an hour, guys, and it's not a bad idea to just sit back and evaluate where we're at and where we need to go from here. When a planet is retrograde, whether it's Mercury or any other planet, it's sort of it's energetically pointing in the direction of its opposite. I don't know if you saw Charlie do that. I can't tell because I'm not watching what you're watching, but he just like snuck down and then rolled around in the sand. He's like a little, we call him the Sandman sometimes because he'll come in coated in sand. He's so funny. Anyway, back to Mercury. So when a planet is retrograde, including Mercury, it sort of points in the direction of the opposite sign, which is Scorpio, which is, of course, where we have the South Node. Mercury and Venus is, Mercury and Venus, listen to me. Mercury and, I need a cup of coffee, guys. I'm sorry, I just rolled out of bed. Mercury in Taurus is like all Taurus energy, slow and steady wins the race. Mercury retrograde requires us to reorient, to look back, to rediscover, to see where our minds are at and how we can move forward. But we first must review how far we've come. Now, one of the things about Taurus is that it is associated with money. So we may hear some more money stuff, more bank stuff, more issues around that, more about recession, more about, all that money stuff that scares everybody. So it's a time, really, with the energy moving in the direction of Scorpio. It is a time to let go. And so we can utilize this Mercury retrograde by going through things, by reorganizing our finances, by reorganizing anything really that is connected to Venus, right? Venus is, now remember, Venus is in Gemini still, and so it's in mutual reception. So we can let go, we can talk about these things, we can make decisions about them. If it's not just your decision, this is a time to discuss what can stay and what needs to go. And and it's really sort of a clearing away, a clearing of some of the clutter in our lives, and also another look at things from the point of resourcefulness. This is a good time to look through your stuff and say, you know what, I'm going to donate this. If you don't, if it's not a matter of making a little money from something, you can donate it. You can give it to people who need it. There are plenty of people in need, especially as we see so many people losing their homes, losing so much to things like climate change, right? So we can really reevaluate our values with this Mercury Taurus. All right, let me go get a cup of coffee. It's obvious Mercury is retrograde, right? Because I'm like talking really slow. Well, I have a Mercury retrograde, so if you happen to have one of those, this can be a good time for you. So wherever Mercury is retrograde, whatever house it's in, you may have some difficulties. Let's see, where's Mercury retrograde in my chart? I have Taurus up at the midheaven. So this Mercury retrograde is, for the most part, I think, going to be happening in my 10th house. I'm trying to think, and it goes into my 9th house of traveling. Now, luckily for me, Mercury is only retrograde till the 15th of May. So it's retrograde today to the 15th of May, and then it starts to move forward. It'll be in its shadow, but at least it's moving forward. So we just have to be patient. I know. We've been so patient. We have. But this is more about money and values and our own sense of self-worth. Taurus is a sign of love, but it's sort of self-love in the healthiest way possible. And we can maybe reevaluate how we don't exhibit self-love to ourselves, and how we could do it a little differently. It's not about being an egomaniac, but it is about considering yourself in the picture, if you happen to be one of those people who sometimes forget that the person taking the picture is as important as the picture, or those people who forget that the person taking the picture has a lot of power about what picture they're creating. So reevaluate your resources. This might be a good time to, recheck your with the difficulty of the markets and we're kind of, it's like with the markets and the Federal Reserve here in the U.S., it's like all the decisions are being made without us, and it's about our life. So I think it's important that we we take some interest in that, and we have something to say about it. But I'm sure there'll be a lot said by a lot of people. But don't fret, don't worry. It's a cycle, and just a cycle to reevaluate. All right. Hey, Charlie. Breakfast. Charlie. He's under the bird feeder, I think. Not that he's going to get anywhere. He's probably just gardening it from the chipmunks. All right. Let's see if I can go find him. Bring him in the house. Time for his breakfast. If he doesn't want to come in, I just shake his little thing of dry food and he runs in. All right, guys. That's so very Taurus, isn't it? I don't want to go. Food? Okay. And I make fun of Taurus, right, with all the food stuff. But I'll tell you, I have Venus in Taurus, and I love food. I love the flavor, the textures, the tastes. Hey, Charlie, what you doing? You got to leave the chippies alone and come in and eat. Charlie, you coming in? Everybody says hello. I don't care. I'm looking for chipmunks. Oh, shoot. All right, guys. Have yourself a wonderful day. Like and subscribe. You can check out my... here's a little bird bath that my sister sent me. My sister lives in Wilmington, Delaware, actually. Biden's old stomping grounds. And my sister Kathy. Hi, Kath. See how I put it up? I'll send her this video. All right, guys. Take care. See you tomorrow. Love ya. Namaste.